How's it, everybody? Celtic Link here. We're back for another Dokkan Battle video. In today's video, we are taking down the Festival of Battles with the Spirit Bomb duo, the 8th year anniversary EZAs, and that is because it is a very special day. Happy bit limit removal day, folks. That's right, they got rid of the damage limit here, allowing us to stack up our EZA 8 years to do some big boy damage. So that's what we're going to do here. So we're sticking them on slot 1 here first off because they have well over enough defense to kind of tank whatever is going to be thrown at them at this point. And mostly just because I wasn't sure what that super was. And it was probably actually pretty much anybody except for the pretty much everybody except for the GT duo would have tanked this anyways. It didn't really matter who goes first, but we set up the turn as needed anyways. So the goal is, right, we'll stand by during the Daima phase, and then we will use whatever items we need to use to make sure Bulma stays safe. We did bring Bulma here. You'll see her on the next turn. Or not the next turn, but the turn after. But we did bring her along to help manage Ki, right? Because she does help us adjust. She does help us get the 24 Ki with the Super Saiyan 4 Goku and Vegeta, which do help us to get the EX Super to increase our attack further. Now, we did miss a lot of EX Supers on the way here, so you will definitely be behind. Like, here we go, we missed one right here. So, I feel like if I had gotten more EX Supers, this might be better, but I still think we can hit the limit. And, of course, as you can see, we started this round while getting the Dokkan attack, right? We were just off by a turn on our timing of the last Dokkan attack, and I mean, at that point, I was too far in to restart, so we're just going to roll with it. I think we can still get through the Diamond phase without it, honestly. But the goal is, right, so to make this work, now that the damage limit has been removed, right, we can actually deal enough damage to kill to one-shot Vegeta, basically. And the reason why this is, and I think it's because the 8 years felt undertuned, is why they decided to do this. But basically the way it works, right, because Festival of Battles can stack up so much, it actually hits the upper limits of the game's capacity to read your damage output. And the Z duo actually goes beyond that point. And so anything that goes beyond that point gets automatically reduced down to about 400 million, I think. So you in theory, no character can do more than 400 million damage in a single attack. And that is why, like, you know, even though like your Spirit Bomb or your actives from any one of these characters might be able to kill him, they actually couldn't because of that limit. But now it's gone, and now we have the ability to take him down here. So the goal is to set up a turn where we have AGL Goku having done a super prior, Daima Goku having done a super prior, and at least, I think we need at least 120, 130 orbs, I think would be enough to do the trick. So hopefully we can pull that off. So we did get the EX Super with this in Vegeta here. So off to a decent start. And it does look like we're going to take down this this Goku. So as long as we get... Or it doesn't look like we're going to, which means we should be able to proc, hopefully, Daima Goku's Super, because that will help us through the Daima phase. Yep, there we go. Okay, and then here goes the super on in Vegeta. Perfect, because we know he's at a point where he can tank this. There we go. Perfect. And now give us that Daima EX Super. And we get it. 190 million. Excellent. Alrighty, so, alright, down goes movie 8 Goku, and on to the tricky phase, the Diamond phase. Entering the Diamond phase without the Dokkan attack is definitely no bueno. We don't want that, so I think we might use our Bulma item here. I was gonna try to get to Vegeta without using it, but I mean, at the very minimum, we're gonna have to use a Whis here because Bulma is not surviving these normals. She can survive every normal up until this point, but this is where she hits her limit. And that's because the normals are what, 7 million here. So, yeah. And the big reason why hitting the Daima or the Dokkan attack last phase is hurting us is because we're gonna have to put the Z duo into standby here on this turn if we want to make sure we hit the standby by Vegito. So let's go ahead and do that, and then all we have to do is just make sure we get 130 orbs. That shouldn't be too difficult, right? Let's see. All right, so we are going to use the Whis. While the Whis is not going to make a difference for the Z duo or for the Super Saiyan 4 Vegeta, but it will make sure that Bulma, with her 60% damage reduction, lives this turn, which is all we really can be asking for. So we're going to swap into Goku here, even though, wow, really? Yeah, I'm using the item. If the game is going to say screw you and give me orbs like that, then yeah, okay, we're using the item. Alright, and then now we'll pop Bulma's active here. Okay, we got 17 charges. We're going to pop Bulma's active here, right? So then we get that full orb field change. That's what we want. Perfect. There we go. Yeah. So I didn't want to use the attack boosting item. I wanted to see if we could do it raw, but I mean, yeah, the game decided to give me crappy orbs there, which means Goku probably won't get an additional, because we didn't get any int orbs, right? And the game hates us. Okay, well, at the very least, we should be able to tank it or dodge it. Okay. Yeah, so that's actually a huge deal. Not only did we not get any additional supers, we did not crit with that Goku. So that's actually kind of tough because we did no damage there to Daima Goku this turn. So that is basically an entire turn of no damage. I want you to understand how awful that is. Okay, so here's what we're gonna do. I do think we're going to take a risk here and pray that Daima Goku does not have to eat a super in slot 1, right? If it's a normal, we're fine. If it's super, we might be in trouble, but we're going to make a risk here. Well, actually, no, we do technically have a Whis up, so you know what? Yeah, let's just roll with it. All right, and then let's swap into Goku here. Okay, see, now we actually get good orb changing. There we go. Perfect. Okay, so this might go a little bit better, especially if we get that, there we go, 7 orbs. Let's take the 7 here. Okay, so we're actually making good on orbs here. Yeah, so let's give that, oh, really? Okay. I mean, that's good damage, but we needed that EX super. Yeah, I mean, that's going to be really good damage on Glorio right there. But we really needed that EX super. We really did. Oh my goodness. Wow. Ouch. This is going to hurt. We're going to cut this really close. Oof. Needed that crit. Okay. Alright, so we got a good chunk of damage there on Glorio. And 330 million out of our Goku. That is good. Now give us some crits. This is a friend. They are rainbow, I think. There we go. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. That's what we need. Like, that's what we needed out of Daima Goku, honestly. Excellent. Okay, and Glorio goes... Well, actually, no, I think, yeah, he barely survived that. Okay, so Glorio goes down with this hit, and then hopefully we can proc at least one more super crit. There we go. Oh, no, normal. At this point, normals do a lot of damage, so I can't complain. Okay, here we go. Boom. Okay, I think who we have here. Okay, so between these guys, and Goku on the next turn, we might be able to pull this off. Maybe. Maybe. There we go. Alright, additional... Nope, that's a normal. Oh, we are going to cut it real close here. Actually, I don't even know, especially with those orbs. Okay, let's grab that. Oh, no. Okay, I think we can do this. Let's grab this, because we're going to err on the side of more orbs, because it helps the Z duo here. But I don't know. Okay, if we get the crits here, I think we're okay. And we don't get a digital super. Oh. This is not good. This is not good. This is not good. Oh, wait. Okay. We might have this. Oh, we just barely got this. By the skin of our teeth. Okay. There we go. Alright, onwards and upwards to the Gogeta phase. Now, we have to one-shot this. I mean, we can use a Whis. Okay, we still have our Bulma. We can use a Whis here to protect Bulma in case we don't kill. So that's what we're going to do. And then... Okay, let's... Yeah, we want to be in Goku. So let's use Goku's active here. There we go. Ooh, beautiful. Look at that. Alright. And then... Alright, let's do... Oh, hang on. We messed that up. We didn't use Diamond Goku's active. Hang on. Alright, so, fix that up. There we go. There we go. Now we got Diamond Goku's active. Although it does look like Diamond Goku's not gonna super here. Because I'm pretty sure Super Saiyan 4 Goku is going to kill here. Which, I mean, I guess it's fine. Although getting Diamond 4Ku's EX Super was really going to help us out next turn. 5. We get 5. Oh, 6. Okay, let's take the 6 here. Okay, look at that. All right, we're over 100 charges here now. There we go, and here comes the super. Yeah, okay, Diamond 4Ku would not have lived this, so it was the right call putting Super Saiyan 4 Goku in front. We do get the dodge, and 430 million with the support from Bulma and the active skill turn. He's going down, baby. There we go. Okay, I mean, maybe we'll get lucky and he'll, like, not crit for 1 and allow us to get 1 Diamond Goku Super? No. Okay, not happening, bro. Alright, that's fine. That's not the worst thing in the world. Excellent, and down he goes. And that brings us into the final phase against Big Bad Vegeta here. So, let's see. How do we do this? Hang on. Okay, so... I was hoping we could do this. Yeah. All right. Well, let's do this first. Alright, not bad. No crit, but honestly, the less damage Goku does, the better for us. That's why we also didn't stand by the GT Duo just yet. because we want to try to deal as much damage with the Z Duo as we can. So it looks like 7 is going to be what we get here. So let's go ahead and stand by the GT Duo here.
Everyone, lend me your energy. I can't die. Not yet.
Darn it! Please, Kakarot! I need your power! You guys...
Alrighty, and now we got the GT Duo all buffing up here, right? So we got their support, we got Goku's support, and now it's time for the bomb. We got 132 spheres here. Let's do it.
Here it is! Nothing is prevented!
Thank you, Dragon Balls.
You fought pretty well.
God, I've missed watching this so much.
See you around.
Boom! One shot. Oh, you love to see it. Look at that KO screen. I love that KO screen. Oh, let's just sit there and revel in it for a second. Beautiful, right? That's what should have happened 6 months ago during the anniversary. That's how it's supposed to be done. Alrighty, so there you have it, folks. There is the Z Duo up against the Festival Battles. For those of us on Global, we are finally free of the damage limit, and now time for more shenanigans. Again, to really, explain what was really going on here behind the scenes. As I stated earlier in the video, right, prior to today on Global and prior to the previous update on JP, right, our damage, because of the way the game is structured, our damage was capped at about 400 million. No matter how much damage you actually see on screen from the attack stats or the value, we could not deal more than 400 million to the boss. But they've somehow seemingly removed that. Maybe somebody who's better at coding and better understanding the mechanics behind the game can explain this a little bit better than I can, but that is my basic understanding of how it works. Now that that's removed, characters like the Z Duo, who can build up these large active skills, or in this case a standby, can now surpass that limit and deal big boy damage, as you saw here. So guys, that's it for the video. If you liked the video, make sure you hit that like button and subscribe to the channel if you have not already. And in the comments down below, let us know what other cheeky shenanigans you want us to try out here. I suppose I should do this with the GT Duo as well. We might be able to have a little more fun with them too, since they actually stack attack. But let us know in the comments down below what you'd like to see. Otherwise, guys, as always, thanks for watching, and aloha.